Fintech companies have taken the world by storm, but a lot of these fintechs are still operating in regulatory gray areas. Wondering what those are and how they impact fintechs? Welcome back to Revolution ReadOn, a daily podcast where we break down one story from the world of business and finance. Click on the subscribe button to never miss an update from us. Here's your story for today. Though fintech as a concept is quite old, the current fintech firms around the world have all cropped up in a very short period of time. And these companies offer payment services, loan options, and more financial services in a much easier way to users. But this ease of business is not just because these companies leverage technology, it is because they are unregulated. Thanks to the speed with which these companies sprang up, central authorities have not had enough time to regulate them. And even though the RBI has now come up with some regulations regarding fintech companies, especially NBFCs, many fintechs still operate either in a regulatory gray area, meaning they use loopholes in the regulations to function, or ignore the rules. Yes, just take the case of buy now, pay later companies using prepaid payments instruments despite RBI forbidding it. These companies now face a scary future ahead after an RBI circular abruptly brought an end to their entire business model. This has given many fintechs a major jolt, and they are now working towards rethinking their business models. One such fintech is BharatPe. The company has already been surrounded in a lot of controversy due to co founder Ashneer Grover's exit, and now it is trying to avoid any further regulatory issues. But what regulatory issues could BharatPe possibly face? While most payment companies were focused on making payments easier for customers, BharatPe decided to focus on the people who had to accept these payments: merchants. By introducing QR codes that would work with any app and adding UPI to the payment mechanism, it helped shopkeepers from a lot of hassle. And even though this meant that the company hardly got any commission from merchants, with UPI you don't need to pay card issuers or platforms any extra fees, it was happy because it was getting data that would help it attain its ultimate goal, becoming a lending company. You see, the payment space isn't really very lucrative. But by setting up QR codes and getting data regarding how much a merchant earns in a day, BharatPe could build a credit history for these merchants and give them loans. Now, giving loans was also a major issue. As a regular fintech company, it can't just give out loans. So, it partnered with NBFCs to launch a peer to peer lending platform, 12% Club, which would lend to merchants. But it is now supposedly considering shutting this platform down and selling its stake in NBFCs. Why? Because BharatPay's P2P platform was kind of borrowing money, kind of as savings and investments, and lending it out at super high interests to potentially risky clients. Even though the company claimed it would bear most losses and not let them come down to the customers, this was a potentially risky area that could face the wrath of the RBI at any time. Also, this was a super risky proposition for the company, which now wants to cut down on losses as it is thinking of going public. Moreover, the company's claims that the risks would not pass down to the customers was also sketchy, as P2P platforms cannot make any such promises. What's more, the company is now transitioning into proper banking operations, one of the rare fintechs in India to have this opportunity. The company owns 49% of Unity Small Finance Bank, which is now merging with Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank. This will bring in more regulatory limelight on the fintech unicorn. The company, however, has still not confirmed that it will be shutting down 12% Club, but it has not been accepting payments from investors since January, according to LiveMint. Additionally, thanks to the new BNPL rules, BharatPay's postpay could also be in trouble now. So, what is BharatPay's plan now? It plans on becoming a platform that just facilitates P2P lending instead of taking money from investors and then giving it to merchants. Also, it now plans to stick QR codes only at merchants' shops to whom it can lend to. Now, we'll have to wait and watch if this strategy will work out or not. And with that, it's a wrap on your story for today. Thanks for listening in. We'll be back tomorrow.